Emperor Trajan reigned over the Roman Empire from the years 98 to 117 AD. Trajan was born in a region known as Italica, which is today in Seville, Spain, making Trajan the first emperor of Rome that was born outside of the Italian peninsula. Before rising to the seat of emperor, Trajan was a military commander, senator, and governor in Upper Germany, where he gained the respect of the sitting emperor, Nerva, and many of the generals. When Emperor Nerva died in 98 AD, Trajan succeeded him. As emperor, Trajan prioritized the protection and expansion of Rome's borders. Trajan defeated the Dacians twice and used the plunder from his conquests to fund public works projects in Rome. This included a new forum and 2 libraries, and perhaps most notably, Trajan's Column. Trajan's Column was a massive pillar covered in carvings commemorating his victory over the Dacians, and it still stands in Rome today as one of the largest monuments to survive the fall of Rome. In regards to domestic affairs, Trajan generally showed respect for the Senate and for the people of Rome. Since Trajan was bringing in so much wealth from his conquests in the East, he was a fairly generous ruler. Trajan lessened the taxes on the people and increased distribution of free grain to the poor. Trajan tried his best to appoint honest and competent officials for the administration of Rome's many provinces. One notable official was Pliny the Younger, who Trajan sent to Bithynia Pontus, a province in Asia Minor. The letters exchanged between Pliny and Trajan, which are preserved for us today in the 10th book of correspondence, are an important historical resource. In one exchange, Pliny asked Trajan how he should deal with the rapidly spreading Christian movement. Pliny notes that the Christians were somewhat ostracized within the cultural framework because of their refusal to conform to the religious practices of Asia Minor, but as far as he could tell, the Christians were of no threat to Rome. Trajan advised Pliny not to seek out and punish Christians for their religious faith, and not to accept unsupported charges against Christians, but only to punish those whose behavior was openly defiant to Roman authority. This example shows Trajan as a level-headed ruler who's primarily concerned with the stability and order of the empire. In the year 115, Trajan nearly died in an earthquake that devastated Antioch, and a year later, revolts broke out in some of the newly conquered territories. Discouraged by the recent setbacks in the east and having fallen ill, Trajan attempted to leave Antioch for Rome, but succumbed to his illness while he was still in Asia Minor. His ashes were returned to Rome, and he was buried at the base of his column. Trajan's legacy is primarily defined by his conquests in the east and the use of those riches for public works in Rome. Modern historians disagree about how Trajan should be remembered and whether or not he was a good emperor. Some say that he was an effective and fair leader who enriched Rome and strengthened its people, while others criticize him for overstretching Rome, straining its resources, and doing all of this for the sake of his own military glory rather than for the betterment of Rome. But what do you think? Do you think Trajan was a strong and effective emperor? Or did he ultimately reach too far and fail to contribute to lasting stability? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video or found it informative, please consider giving it a like. And if you'd like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.